All right, solve by using the quadratic formula. So I still have my quadratic formula written there. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to figure out what my A, B, and C is. So A is going to equal 3. B is going to equal negative 30. And C is going to equal 102. And then I'm going to plug the numbers into my equation. So X equals negative parentheses negative 30 plus minus square root negative 30 squared minus 4. Our A, which was 3, and our C, which is 102. And all that is going to be over 2 times 3. Just like last time. Once we get here, I'm going to simplify it. So X equals, I have a negative 30. So if I were to multiply that in, I'd end up with a positive 30 plus minus. I'm going to do 2 times 3, which is 6, so I get 6 here. And then I'm going to put this part right here into my calculator. So I'm going to put that right there into my calculator. When I do that, I'm going to get the square root of negative 324. Now, if I were to try to do the square root of negative 324, my calculator is going to say non-real answer, which means I get rid of that negative sign and I use an I. So when I do this, I'm going to write X equals 30 plus, and I do the square root of 324 without the negative sign, and I get 18. And then I put an I next to it. Then underneath, I still have my 6. And I'm going to do the same thing again. X equals 30. This time I do minus that 18, because the square root of 324 is 18. And then the I, because it was negative. Now, once we get here, I cannot put these together. I can't put 30 plus 18 together because that 18 has an I. So all I'm going to do is 30 divided by 6, which is 5. And then I'm going to do 18 divided by 6, which is 3. And again, I keep the I. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. X equals, still going to be 5 here. Now it's negative 18 divided by 6, which is negative 3I. And those end up being my answers. So once again, I cannot do the square root because it has a negative there. So I get rid of the negative, and I just do 324, and that's where I got the 18. And then that negative sign ends up being the I. So that ends up being my negative, where the negative comes from.